Hey friends, Powwow guy Rob Phoenix here. Hope everyone's having a great summer. I mean, I know it's technically still spring, but it's meteorological summer, so the weather's been great. It's been a lot of fun just being outside and working in the garden. A little breezy today, but pretty good. We're still in the building moon, um, so good time to plant stuff that, like your above ground veggies, things that grow above ground. Um, Our stuff's all planted. We actually do have vegetables this year. Herbs are all planted and growing. So we're pretty much done with the gardens now. Now it's just maintenance. Sorry, I'm having a shirt problem. uh, so full moon's coming up next week on Tuesday the 14th, which also happens to be Flag Day, which also happens to be the day that it's the anniversary of the adoption of our son. So this is year 6. So we always do something special. June is also our wedding anniversary, Father's Day. So a lot goes on in the month of June. So we usually just have a great big cookout and have friends and family over, which we're doing this coming weekend. And then later in the month, we'll have the Phoenix line of Powwow is getting together for our first kind of in-person gathering, do a little camping, have some food, fun, whatever. So today what I want to talk about are 2 plants that have really good healing properties and that are probably local to you. The first one is called loose strife. That's the folk name, loose strife. It's in some places it's like a weed. It can be very invasive. A friend gave me a small cutting of this a couple of years ago just to add some yellow to our garden, and it grows up like stalks maybe like 2 feet tall, and then in May it gets these yellow flowers on it. And so when you see the flowers fully like opened, like the leaves look like little stars, when you see it like this, it's ready. You can snip off the top like I've done here, let this dry out, and then this could be made into an infusion, a tea, if you will. To swish around your mouth if you get like ulcers or any kind of mouth sores, even if your gums bleed, the loose strife is going to clear that up. So it's really nice. My son gets a lot of ulcers in his mouth. I don't know what it is. It's like a little kid thing, I guess. He's kind of growing out of it, but this is really useful for things like that. So you make a nice infusion of it, and then you'll want it either warm to cold. You don't want it scalding hot, and you just kind of, swish around. It'll clear that up. It's also good for staunching blood, so you can use the fresh plant as a compress. You just kind of crush it up a bit, add a little bit of water, put it on the wound, and it will staunch the blood. But the cool folklore about loose strife, it's called loose strife because back in the day, if animals in the barn weren't getting along well, like if they were, I don't know, I guess arguing or mooing at each other or something, it was believed that to throw a stalk of this between them would loosen the strife between them. So kind of a bit of fun folklore. And the other plant I want to talk to you about is raspberry. Like the raspberries that you eat. Crazy. Raspberries just have tons of health benefits, mostly primarily for like your skin, your hair. Gives all the nutrients that you need for healthy skin. So your skin has a nice like kind of shine to it. But the way raspberries grow, like if you're going to plant a raspberry, like a bush in your property, it takes 2 years before you can start picking any fruit off of it, because the first year, in 1 year, it will start growing these shoots. They call them canes, stems, whatever. In the first year, you'll start seeing those stems grow, and they'll get leaves on them. In the second year, they'll start getting berries on them. And so once you pull the berries off of them, you have to cut those stems away. They're called, canes. Cut those canes away. New ones form from the leaves. The second year, they grow berries. So eventually, after the first 2 years of having it, then you'll start getting berries every year. Just remember you have to cut those stems back every time. Um, but a cool folklore use for those stems is to make a cross out of them and put them on your door. Um, and it keeps unwanted spirits of the dead away, or unwanted souls from entering your home. So I'm not really sure what culture that comes from, but I just thought it was really kind of an interesting bit of folklore. And you know what? Hey, if it works, that's fantastic. You know, folklore all is grounded in some situation that people thought was real or was real or whatever. So anyway, just a little bit of plant folklore. Hope everyone's having a great summer, and hope you're getting outside as much as I am. I'm out all the time. That's really it. So a lot coming up in June for our family, for the Phoenix line. If anybody has any questions, or if you want to learn more about Phoenix line, you know, send us an email, drop us a line, whatever. Check out my website, pagermanpowwow.com, for more information. And that's all I have for now. So God bless you guys. Love you. And we'll talk really soon.